watching Tech Talk with me, Shruti Sharma, and today we have Nathan, who's the Dyson engineer and is going to be talking about the Global Dust Study 2023 from Dyson and also give us insight about the Dyson machine here. Nathan, welcome to Tech Talk.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
So first thing that I want to know from you is that what exactly is this Global Dust Study 2023 from Dyson that has conducted it?
Well, we're obsessed with dust. Dust is a ubiquitous global problem that you find everywhere, in every single house. And before we go about designing a solution to eradicate and capture that dust, we really want to understand the problem fully. The Dyson Global Study is just one aspect of that, to expand on our awareness of dust, where really we want to interview respondents across the entire world to understand what are their cleaning behaviors, what are their habits, and how does that actually impact their health and well-being in the home.
So what are the insights, if we talk about India, that we would like to share with the viewers in terms of the study that you actually did with the Dyson Dust Study?
What's really interesting when we look at India in the context of APAC, but also the world, is there's a very, very high awareness of the presence of viruses potentially harboring inside dust. Actually, over 1 in 2 Indians are aware of that, over 50%. However, what isn't so great is the spontaneous awareness of what makes up dust. What are some of these components that are potentially harboring viruses? About 47% of Indians believe that the main culprit is hair and bacteria, but actually only 35% of Indians are aware that skin flakes are actually a key contributor to this. When we think about skin flakes, that's something we're shedding all the time, shedding everywhere as well, and it relates to another key statistic. Indians aren't very aware that one of the key worst offenders where viruses or dust can potentially exist is also our mattresses at home. We spend a lot of time, and these are warm, humid environments where skin flakes are the primary meal of dust mites, and dust mites thrive. If we're not cleaning that up, dust mites are growing, where you can find up to 1 million dust mites potentially in some of these environments, like a mattress, and therefore they're creating allergens, which are potentially detrimental to our respiratory health. So I think that's one key takeaway, is that it's about visible dust for Indian consumers, where really some of the triggers should be off floor, and also someone being aware that dust is microscopic and invisible for many, many households.
So, whenever a Dyson has actually launched a machine, we are equally excited like the way you are. And there's always an improvisation when we see the design or the technology. So how's that improvement actually done? What is it that it's kept in mind when you're actually designing a new machine, when you're leaving the old one? And anything exciting that you have it right now that you can show us since you're holding one?
Absolutely. I think what we've seen from the Dyson Global Dust Study is that people associate, at least in India, good dust management with health and well-being inside their homes. And really, we translate that into 2 areas of features in our new machines. Intelligence, to take cognitive load off users, but also hygiene features too, specifically filtration. I'm holding here our latest machine, V15, and one really exciting intelligent feature is our piezo sensor. It's this area right here. What that really is a very, very high-tech microphone. It's listening out for dust as it enters our machines and bounces off and excites that plastic. That information is then used, we kind of use an algorithm to process that signal and count and characterize every single particle into buckets. We relay that to the user at the back of our product through the display to give them a scientific proof that we are actually capturing all of these potential dust and microscopic particles throughout their home. Furthermore, that information is used to drive the motor behaviors, where if users are going over a particular dusty area, it automatically ramps up to achieve the best level of clean. Also, you'll see, we talked about filtration. In V15, we have our 5 stages of filtration. We have our bin, capturing larger particles, and also our mesh for particles as large as 400 microns. Then we move on to our patented root cyclone technology. Inside here, there's forces of over 100,000 G that's spinning the dust and capturing particulates as small as 50 microns back inside the bin. Beyond that though, for those particles that are even smaller, all the way down to 0.1 microns, we have our 2-stage filtration HEPA filter, and that is capturing 99.97% of all particles, making sure that most likely the air we're actually sucking up and expelling is cleaner than the air you're breathing.
So, when we talk about the competition here in India, and now we're talking about a technology thing, so people have this thing in their mind that Dyson is a little more expensive than the usual brand, are selling the vacuum cleaners at. how would you justify the pricing of your products here in India? And also when we talk about the technology that's actually used in Dyson, people tend to get skeptical. It's a tech-heavy machine. Will we be able to use it properly? Will we be able to use it or not, for that matter? So what do you want to say to our viewers on that?
What I want to say is that, like you've seen in the study today, we really focus on the problems other competitors ignore. We really want to answer our user needs, and therefore we believe the technology we develop sets out to do that. For example, we just spoke about the piezo sensor. I agree, users want a machine that just works, and therefore by having these intelligent features that auto-react depending on what floor type and what dust we're picking up, we believe that answers their ask, really, to have a more effective and efficient cleaning experience.
Thanks, Nathan. Thanks for the insights.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.